Hello and welcome to Toad Rolls Dice, where we have our third Drukhari preview of the week. So in this one we're going to take a look at the Crusade rules, which is always the most fun element of these previews for me. I do love a bit of Crusade. I know it's not perfect, but I think 10th edition from start to this point now has really ran with Crusade and the idea of making individual rules for conquering new planets, systems, or just a grueling fight like the Astra Militarum, the grinding advance of human bodies on the front line. The Imperial Knights one recently had some really fun twists on taking a pilot and elevating their status and jumping I was going to say knights, rigs, whatever they're called. I think they've played with some really cool ideas. Hopefully Drukhari, the most depraved of all factions, have something equally as exciting, if not more so, because this is the last one. This is the final set of Crusade rules before we get the end campaign. But how about we take a look? First, if you enjoy this video or any of my other videos, please consider liking the videos, subscribing, doing all the YouTubey stuff. It really helps the channel and I really appreciate all of the support from you wonderful people out there. But let's jump in. Conquer your own corner of Commorragh with Codex Drukhari Crusade rules. The galaxy's finest warlords all have their own reasons for fighting and conquering among the stars, for the future of their people, for the glory of their gods, or just for a right laugh. The Drukhari, for their part, are very uncomplicated in their objectives, and while their path to greatness may be wrapped in webs upon webs of complex schemes, the overall goal of, I am the best, give me everything I want, is as clear-cut as they come. Nothing quite marks a warlord as one of Commorragh's Hot 100, like owning a chunk of the Dark City itself. And so that's exactly what you'll be doing in their new Codex's Crusade rules. Backstabbing, sabotaging, and being an all-round scumbag are all part of the fun. Okay. Not quite what I was expecting, not entirely sure how it plays out as a campaign. They've got a lot of work to do with this, because focusing, I suppose they go off on raids and things, don't they? So you can still partake in any battle and do all the Crusade stuff. Oh, this is interesting setup. Backstabbing, sabotage, and being a scumbag? Just a regular scoundrel. Scum and villainy indeed. I love it. I think that's really cool. I do quite like that picture as well. That's why I've used it for the thumbnail. Those towers so screwed. It all starts by designating one of your characters as the Ascendant Lord, which denotes them as the mover and shaker at the head of your push for prominence. This means that it'll be their name and face on all your territorial acquisitions. Very good, but they'll also have a giant target on their back and the attention of the Dark City's greatest fiends. Very bad. So claiming territory, very Necromunda. Each time a rule instructs you to claim a territory, first roll 1d6 to select one of the two tables opposite. On a 1 to 3, use table A, on a 4 to 6, use table B. Before rolling a d66 to generate a territory on that table, if that territory is unclaimed, you claim it. Make a note of that territory on your order of battle. Each territory is unique and cannot be generated more than once for your Ascendant Lord. If you randomly generate a territory that is already controlled by your Ascendant Lord, generate another. If you randomly generate a territory that is claimed by a rival lord, immediately resolve a hostile takeover. Keep a note of any territories claimed on your order of battle. Okay, I want to know more about this rival system. Oh, we do have the tables as well. Oh god, that's tiny text. In their previous codex, the Drukhari had rudimentary rules for occupying districts of Commorragh for fun little bonuses, but now their system is massively expanded. Rather than generating raid spoils to spend on abilities, you have a chance to gain a new territory after every battle, improving if your Ascendant Lord actually bothers to take part. I like it. And there are quite a few to scoop up. So we have 2 tables, each is a d66, which is what, 36 options on each, I think? I'm not going to go through all of them because there is quite a lot there. This article is linked in the description below if you want to have a deeper look and see what's actually going on here. But you've got places like Shadow District, the Arena, the Flesh Market, the Weapons Force, or Weapon Forge. Let's go with that one when my eyes work. Gang Territory, that Raid Craft Workshop, the Dock. Lots of different little bits and little elements in each of these. That's kind of cool. You'll see that each group of 6 has its own umbrella category, like the Arena, the Flesh Market and the Noble Spire. Capturing any 3 territories in a category unlocks its special power for you, and they're quite a varied bag of tricks. The Incubi Shrine, for instance, gives your Ascendant Lord the ability to enlist the elite mercenaries as their bodyguards, even if they can't normally join units of Incubi. Nice. Gang territory, on the other hand, helps you take over a rival's turf, but who exactly are the devious little tykes trying to muscle in on your ambitions? I hope that we get a breakdown of what this rivals thing is, but you know what WarCom previews are like. So the 2 district abilities there, the Incubi Shrine. In the Declare Battle Formation step, your Ascendant Lord can be attached to an Incubi unit if your Ascendant Lord is an Archon, while it is leading an Incubi unit. Your Ascendant Lord model has a 5-up Feel No Pain ability. If your Ascendant Lord is attached to an Incubi unit at the end of the battle, unless all those bodyguard models have been destroyed, you can reroll all leadership tests required as a result of the assassination attempts during the battle's rival activities. You get assassination attempts while you're playing the game? Oh god, this is wacky. I love this. And then we have the Gang Territory District abilities. Each time your Ascendant Lord attempts a hostile takeover, add 1 to its d6 result. And if that Ascendant Lord claims a territory as a result, increase your Crusade Forces supply limit by 50 points. Not a huge amount, but 50 points extra as just a free action increase is pretty good, I think. Without an interfering force, this Occupy Commorragh malarkey is all just ticking boxes and cackling quietly to yourself. Luckily, the Dark City has no shortage of up-and-coming scoundrels looking to shiv their way to a better life. And so when you start your campaign, you generate 3 rival lords who also gobble up territories while you're working your way up the food chain. Each one has their own personality chosen by rolling randomly on a table of rivals traits. A ruthless machinator uses their silver tongue to coax more criminals to their side, giving them a small bump in power over what they'd normally possess, while the devious opportunist makes an unfortunate turn of events for your Ascendant Lord even worse by engaging a rival activity twice should your boss keel over in battle. So we do have those 2 traits there. Ruthless Machinator. This rival lord's power is 1 greater than the number of districts they control. And Devious Opportunist. At the end of the battle, if your Ascendant Lord fails an out of action test, roll 1 additional time on the rival activity table for this rival lord. Rival activity is what all self-respecting criminals get up to between games, as each rival gets to find out what they're doing to make your life miserable. They might do nothing, or immediately expand their influence by putting a territory under new management. They might also, just try and kill you. An assassination attempt is always a dicey affair, but if you fight it off, you gain a little bit of experience to show everyone how cool and indestructible you are. So under new management, randomly generate 1 additional territory for this rival lord. If that territory is already claimed by your Ascendant Lord or by another rival lord, it will attempt a hostile takeover. These NPC characters that you make up can take territory from each other as well. Awesome. An assassination attempt. Your Ascendant Lord gains 1 XP and must take a leadership test. If that test is failed, your Ascendant Lord gains 1 battle scar. It sounds like a lot of this is done on leadership tests, which I'm not overly enthused about, but I guess it's a way of keeping the dice rolling to a minimum. Navigate all these plots and perils with aplomb, and you'll be able to amass quite a collection of new Crusade relics and battle traits, and the admiration of everyone who must now look up at your cruel magnificence from below. Manage to control all 12 districts of the city, and you even attract the notice of Supreme Overlord Astrubiel Vecht. We're sure he has some juicy rewards in store for your hard work. Price of success. If your Ascendant Overlord ever controls all 12 districts, they come to the attention of Vecht himself. Roll 1d6 and consult the following table. Couple of options on here then. Suffer no rivals. Remove your Ascendant Lord from your order of battle. You are just murdered by Vecht. Wow, okay. Brutal. Oh, they're all remove your Ascendant Lord from your order of battle. So, suffer no rivals, Vecht has you killed. Agent of Vecht, you are recruited to serve Vecht. And into shadow means you run away with your tail between your legs and you hope for revenge one day, which could lead you into your next crusade, basically starting again. Maybe kit bash some battle scars or different weapons or something on your model, or hell, make a new model. I like the sound of this. From a roleplay, it sounds like there's quite a bit of bookkeeping in the back end, but from a roleplay perspective and just from a shenanigans in Commorragh perspective, this is great. Ah well, It was good while it lasted. Speaking of people who irritate Vect, Codex Drukhari hits pre-orders this weekend alongside the enigmatic Lady Malice, who would no doubt appreciate your bid for power while subtly slapping a fan blade into your ribs. At least she can't be one of your rivals, then you'd be in real trouble. But hear me out, just write some custom rules and have her as a rival too. Take this, run with it, make it as interesting as you want. That's probably what I will be doing when I get into the whole Crusade thing. I've got to get the army painted first. But that's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to take the bare bones that Games Workshop give us with these, and hopefully it will be worked on in 11th. But take it and then not necessarily tweak and change things, but add my own little spin to things as we get into that more deeply. I think that this is excellent. I don't have any fault with it other than it sounds like quite a lot of bookkeeping. But the fact that there's you and then 3 rivals just off in the distance, constantly trying to stop you or hamper you or even just assassinate you, sounds really, really fun. And then as soon as you make it to the top and you claim Commorragh for yourself, Vex just pops up and offs you. That's the way, isn't it? This is very scum and villainy, Star Wars-y stuff. Cantina, personalities bickering and fighting and different gangs trying to take over. Very Necromunda-y as well. It's much more simplified than Necromunda. But for a preview, this really whets my appetite for this. And while I don't think I will ever do Drukhari, although I love these speeder bikes and those helmets, I've always liked those full visor helmets. Whatever those bikes are called, they are cool and I've always liked them. But yeah, I don't know, this is really interesting. I would say it might be worth picking up the codex just to see what the Crusade stuff is, but that codexes are expensive now, and just for what is potentially less than 12 months of rules use, I'm not going to get any justification out of it. But I really want to know more. I mean, maybe, who knows? It might be an impromptu purchase down the line just to get more of this. This sounds great. I'm sold on scheming and conniving in Commorragh. But let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.